Hello. I should be live on the internet. How's everyone doing? Oh gosh, you can. I tried to do something quickly. Just try and get the PS4 down, and it doesn't seem to have worked as soon as I've gone live. Let me. Is that a lot better? Let me just see if that's better. Let me just wait for it to play. Sounds better. Oh, that's a lot better. Let me know if the mic quality gets a lot worse later on. Put my headset. Boom. So we're playing some Blackout. I should really close my window. It's outside. Let me do that quickly. Anyways, how's everyone doing on the internet? I'm gonna quickly close my window. Don't want to form a PS4 now. That would be a nightmare. Anyways, how's everyone doing? I just closed my window just because there's kids outside. I don't want to swear in front of the kids. Right. First game, the last time I streamed, we got 14 kills. There's only 2 of us this time. Let's see if we can get 14. We'll go Morgue just because it's a rush section. These follow me up. Holy shit, they did. I didn't know they'd follow you up all the way up the stairs, did you? The control kit. Hey, downed one. He walked into my flames, you idiot. Ha. I'm not gonna take cards way out just because I want to look how much of an idiots you two were. Idiots. Anyways, how's everyone's evening going? Or should I stay? That was predictable. There were only 2 of us. Right, I'm back. So I just had to mess about with my mic. The one bad thing, I've got a blue Yeti, but ever since I got it, I always had a bad connection. I just thought, I'll just keep it. I can deal with bad connection. But if I just slightly knock it, I have to like readjust it again to get it to work again. I should have just said, hey, this didn't really work properly. I asked. Hey Greg, how you doing? Having a good day? I feel like it's too late anyway to get replaced now. I got off Amazon and like a good. Whenever we did the abstracted podcast, it was just slightly before then I got this microphone. So if you want to work it out. Dark Minor 3 Modes Club hype. But Greg. Have you got in all 4 modes? Dark Mac coming to League play tomorrow. Oh gosh, that'd be a nightmare. Get 100 headshots in competitive play with a gun.
Blackout.
I think it's just you and me. I know someone's got it in zombies and multiplayer. I don't know if they've done the Blackout version yet. Because there's someone who did all the multiplayer cameras and all the zombies cameras like the first month of the game being out. So it's just about if they've done the Blackout paint can grind. I remember his name though. People referenced him back in the days. I think Equalize definitely mentioned his name. That's where I learned about someone else doing it in a short period of time. But as far as I know, I was definitely one of the first to get the Blackout ones done, and that was the last one I needed. So
Sit rep. Potential collapse.
definitely one of the first 10, I'd say. Getting all 3 modes. Just I can't guarantee I was the first. Damn it, Activision's picking up that hawk. I'm gonna push that. Jesus Christ, how much health do you guys have? One's above me. Yo, Sky in it, how you doing? I'm gonna say, does he have quotes?
Net call. Supply drop
I don't think anyone's on this bag. Anyone above looking at this bag? Yeah, someone's looking at this bag from above. No, he's not. You are kidding me! Oh, kindly fuck off! Oh, kindly fuck off! How you doing, Sky? Having a good day? That was the best quote that he could have got. Let me know if everything's fine. Like, I can't do much about my mic audio, but just let me know if like it's getting real overpowering the PS4 noises. I'm trying my best to get it as quiet as possible, but it's really difficult because I'm in such a tiny room. I don't have much leeway with like my PS4 noises. Essentially, I've cleaned it out, done everything like that. Got really bad ventilation. This is ours, right? Yeah, good. So I'm just trying to do my best with the space I've got, and it's a nightmare. Especially, why are PS4s so bad for noise, and so is Xbox Ones, to be fair. But why? Why can't I just make a console which makes no noise? Like, is that too much to ask for? It's good. Post don't remember me. Hi, it's Alg. Yeah, I know you. Yeah. What do we call its friend? I can't remember her game tag. I know her real name, but I don't know how to say her real name. Alpaca's friend. I'll pack a pillar.
Further collapse.
Can people just kindly please leave me alone whilst I try and find a good gun? Like, I've only got the Maddox and the Sorg. They're not really that good in Blackout. I just said I don't want to say real names. So Sky comes in here and just says her real name. Like, he's not good, is he? It's not good, Sky. You're not good. I need to keep a something. I need to keep something. See, I don't know if it says a name. Well, that's why I whenever it comes to people, I always say the game tags. I don't know if we've shared the real name like publicly, so I always say their thingy names, game tag name. Like Prestige, I'll call Ryan because I know he's probably said to people, I am Ryan. KN or the SWAT, which better?
Supply drop inbound.
These are very even guns, to be fair. Just want to remind you all, whilst I'm having a bad game here, I got 14 kills in one game last time I streamed. Please don't be a teammate of theirs. Please don't be a teammate of theirs. You're staring at him. You've got to be kidding me! I'm getting downs, but I'm not getting the finishes. And I wouldn't do that. I was actually saying that about Playology on launch. The Greg had worked out where they met you both the first time on. Oh my guy's got a Damon. He's gonna win. Look, the Damon is so overpowered. He killed Scarlet and he killed someone else. Well, downed someone else. There's someone reviving him, my friend. Oh, if you're NASCAR, I know NASCAR as well.
Further collapse expected.
NASCAR fan fiction? Fanatic? I can't remember. Yeah. Oh no, it's like usual, I've got no team for DLC 3, so I'll be like, hey Milo, if you want someone to hold a zombie, just hit me up like I do every DLC hunt now since World War II. Oh, after World War II. I'm one of those people which know most of the Easter egg hunt in like the popular games, because all the friends have come back, you know, all that. But when it came to World War II and IW, everyone's like, well, World War II in particular, you're always like, oh, Noobey, play with us because you're that good. And then the friends come back like, ah, yeah, I don't care about you anymore. I'm like, oh, thanks. I guess I'll just play with whoever wants me. I can hear someone walking near me. I can hear the sense of that as well. That's not ours. Transit's coming back. I don't really like to keep with zombies rumors, but if that is the case, then good. Maybe it'll be actually good. Do you know what? Transit's probably, besides current gen, I'd probably say Transit's my most played map on BO2. Don't like Mob Dead, don't like Origins. Die Rise will be pushing it, because I've really enjoyed Die Rise.
Last man standing. Bring this home.
Oh god, last man standing on the team. Oh right, we've got to redeploy too. I'm using the Switchblade. How come people aren't beating me? Like, what? Price before Moon? So whoa, how did you get revived? There's no redeploys. Bullshit. So apparently it's gone from Nuketown to Transit. Oh, Transit and Nuketown together. Oh, I need it. Imagine that, Transit and Nuketown. Right, this is my honest opinion. If it's not Zombies Chronicles worthy, like it's a remastered, you know, but it's the same story and all that, not a remaster is going to take place, like Classified and Blue the Dead, I really hate it. Really hate it. If it's transit, but it's going to be in the story transit, and not transit remaster of the Black Ops 2 transit,
Get to safety.
then no, I hate it. No, why are we getting remasters again in the story? Like, yeah, they can say it, but that was our original plan. I'd rather, let's say, I'd just rather not. I just don't want remasters of the main story. It's like people who are hyped by Classified and Blue the Dead. I don't get you. Like, why do you want that instead of a new map? Like, yeah, bring it back for Zombies Chronicles, but don't bring it back for the actual story. It'll be nice, I guess, because there'll be no lava, no smoke, hopefully, and all that. But that's just like having firing range day / firing range night. You're just changing an aspect of it, and that's it. I don't care about it. Just go down on the bend down MP, nice, and zombies looks nice. Oh, you're going MP and zombies, nice. You can get the ballistic knife done as well, even if you don't have it. Because there's no attachment challenges on the ballistic knife. Just for when you unlock it, you can get it done. I'm trying to think what else would really be different about transit pre-moon. Like, things will be broken, I guess. Actually, no, things will be broken because zombies would have broke it, I would assume. Nah, I'm not a fan. I'm not even a fan of the sound of that. Because transit only works because it's post-apocalyptic and also post-nukes. Where I don't feel like you could get the same sort of vibe, I guess, without that nuke. Bus Route B, I don't care about Bus Route B. He's gonna die, yeah. I'm just, when it comes to a map being remade into, now if it's, let's say it's this, it's the bus station, but you only have Bus Route B, fine. I'm fine with that. So you don't go to town, you don't go to farm, you don't go to the power station, you don't go to Nact, you don't go to the other one. How many stops are there? There's Nact in the wheat field, there's farm, there's town. Diner. Oh, the diner. Let's say all of them are gone. But say you go on this Bus Route B, which is on the other side of the bus station. And you go, I don't know, a theatre. What would else be in that area? Where does it take place? California. Transit takes place in California, right? Or is it Washington? Transit, Codwicke. Transit takes place in Hanford, Washington. 4 Hanford places. What's in Hanford? A theatre. I'm just gonna look up Hanford now. Is a White House in Hanford? Probably not. No, not the village in England. Not Hanford in Washington. What is Hanford in Washington? God, there's literally no one there. Okay, I don't know. So, I don't know, just I have different locations, I guess. And things like that. When's it gonna be set? Just before moon as well? Like, I feel like if you're doing it before moon as well, like, there's how many years apart? How many years apart would that be? God, I can't. Is it 5 years between moon and bus route? Transit, sorry. Can't remember. I can't remember them dates. It's BO2, BO1. Then I feel like it needs to have all the. It's around half the United States, so they did nuclear testing. Right. So I wonder if they'd have. Is Nuketown setting thingy as well, Hanford? I know a Nuketown set. Because then I feel like there'd be mannequins in Transit as well. Let's see, Nuketown, zombies, WWII. No, Nuketown's in Nevada. Wait, there's two different states? So people say, oh, bus route B goes to Nuketown. Do buses really go to two different states in America? Because that seems like too far from a British standpoint, but because we're incredibly small. Well, what I'm saying, Sky, is that as long as it's not full on, it's not even a remake, it's a reimagining, pretty much. Because what you're doing is you're taking the same place but different story. You could just retcon it. But then, I mean, you could in a different dimension. Oh no, you can't. No, you can do it because you do that shit with Buried, don't you? Buried's in the same dimension, but it's transported like through time and space. Ooh. Do that shit with nukes. That there's so much sci-fi where I'm just like, you're putting way too much sci-fi into this, where you're just basically trying to cover yourselves, and I feel that's it with Buried a bit. Because the western town in underground Africa, I feel like it's
get to safety.
strange. What I mean though is by yes, I mean is they have the models. They have models of transit in the code. Oh, if it's models of transit in the code, then it's for DLC 5 stuff. Someone already said that a while ago the drills on Nuketown part of the Pride Chambers with Victus. In Blood of the Dead. Okay, but they added another side. No, this is why I don't like it. It just brings too much sci-fi stuff into it. I like sci-fi, but when you add it too much into one story, it's just like, it feels like they're just trying to make it so, oh, anything can happen, and that's just like, does that really mean anything then if anything can happen? It's the same thing with Rick's often dying. Rick's often dies. It don't matter though, because there's literally 10 billion and 5 of him. Like, let's put this, it's the mindset of my mindset like there is like how officers thought about people in war. They just thought if you buy numbers of who you actually were. How did I not get the kill? I don't want to know what happened though. That is good.
Safe zone.
That's just a favorite. Yeah, I guess. But at that logic, you can connect Origins with Zetzber and no, not Origins with Zetzber. Origins with Chino and things like that, and things in other dimensions. Because Nuketown and thing is in different dimensions, which pretty much means that. Who was that? Oh, we're a zombie. Oh, really? I missed a punch. I've had chills, it's already done. Well, DLC 1 is normally done before launch. DLC 2 would probably be done shortly after launch. And I think DLC 3 and DLC 4 is probably done during season. The reason I say that is because there's always a lot of assets for DLC 1 normally on launch that can be found. World War 2 was like that, Black Ops 4 was like that. I always assume they're far ahead in there. I think someone actually said in an interview that I just realised I was near enemies. I can't find a safe place to land. I really need a friend to play with this. Alcatraz isn't good playing by yourself sometimes. Look at his team. I assume that they're working on Zombies Chronicles 2 or finishing it if they are doing it for next year. And DLC 3 and DLC 4 is probably at least 90% done, I'd say. Because you look at, also if you think about it, the voice actors, whenever David Tennant went, hey, we're doing some voice work, it used to be months before DLC 3 and DLC 4 would come out. And I think they were only ever like, did they only fly over twice? So they probably did one for DLC 2 and 3 and one for DLC 4, I'd assume. I don't think they went 3 times for each DLC. Because I know they're trying to film in bulk. Anyway, no matter what it is, can't wait for the hunt. It's so good. I love how everyone comes together. The team got second world days, so just missed out. Still was a hell of a live stream. I don't really care about Easter egg. I don't mind hunting the Easter egg, but coming first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, I don't care about. As long as I get it done is all I care about. And yes, I will still meme. I love how people still come at me about Day of the Night. Even though I've never really claimed first for it, but people go, you're a hacker and you claim first for it. I'm like, huh? What? I'm a hacker, not a hacker, what do we call it, a cheat. I'm like, you're drunk. Like, I've never claimed first for that. I would hop on, but only be able to get a couple of games in. It's all good.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to
okay, let's put in perspective. If you could get... Now, Greg, I hate to say this, but if they do remaster Mob of the Dead, and people are hyped for it, I will facepalm. I will really facepalm. Because you already have Blood of the Dead. And they're just giving you pretty much the same assets, same everything, but just adding a mechanic. Is it really worth that? So I know, I've been hearing people going, oh, remaster Mob of the Dead. I'm like, you do know they're just gonna, if they actually do that, it's gonna take everything from Blood of the Dead, but give you Afterlife. They probably won't even give you the characters back. And Johnny J is hyped about Die Rise Remastered. I would be hyped about Die Rise Remastered in BO3, but with the new perk system, I feel like Die Rise loses a lot of its identity. Because Who's Who was its identity. Like, Die Rise with the new perk system is just like a bad map. Always Wibben Blood, plus we would get the bridge. You'd get the bridge, you'd get the Afterlife system. What else would you get? Of course you'd get the dogs putting the back in the original space, all that, but that doesn't really count, because that's literally a little thing. You might get the 1911 back. Like, Big Mac 2, we'll probably be putting that map and not Blood. Now, I will say this, Greg, if they had Grief Mob, then I'm down for that. I feel like it's better than Shield, a good speedrun map. Yeah, I guess you get the Easter egg back as well, but... and all that. But I don't even feel like Blood Dead... I feel like Blood Dead... If you take Mob of the Dead... You gotta remember, like, 95% of the work's already done, which you might argue is why you should do it in a developer standpoint. But then it's like, how much you paying realistically for what you actually realistically paying for? Paying for Mob of the Dead remastered, and that's like my, don't think that's worth it, Chief. Because let's say it's the same price as Zombies Chronicles 1, and they do 8 maps again. How much was that per map? £7 per map? £6? No. About £6 per map. Maybe a bit more. And I feel like all they're doing is adding the Easter egg. I think including more maps, Chronicles 2 is worth it, 100%. But what maps have I still got to do? Let me look at my wall. I've got all the maps up on my wall. So, in that standpoint, you can argue normal 5. Because classified as more walls. Call of the Dead, which I do honestly see getting remastered, but without George. Or with someone else playing as George, or something like that. Transit, Nuketown, Die Rise, arguing Mob of the Dead here, Buried. And I guess original Derice. Because Giant's different story. I mean, that's 8. Oh gosh, it's going to get remastered because that's 8. Unless you include Farm Town Bus Depot, and then that's 11, which that won't happen. But actually, they might add it, but count it as Green Run.
Blackout.
So yeah, that's 8. No, yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it. We don't need a Reese. They'll do the Reese original story, I'd assume. Just because, well, if they do that, then that's down to 7 again. Which I don't. They do 4, 6, or 8, I assume. So if you're doing 6, you'd get rid of 5 as well. I'm now close around to the grab, because my predictions for grab, it's either going to come late today or early tomorrow. Which I will be streaming me using the grab. I don't know if it'll be exactly when it comes out, but at least shortly after. It's all about rebooting Aether. Now, I've said this since freaking launch. If Aether's gonna end, I wouldn't be surprised or would be hyped for Aether, but with different Richtophens, Dempseys, Nikolais in a different dimension, aka a reboot of the Aether story, aka same characters but different versions of them on a different adventure. I think even Smart Guy called that as well. I would not be against that. Because then that's a new story which doesn't interact at all with the old story. You know, completely different set. Let's say this dimension's... Can't remember the dimension numbers, but let's say in Aether they cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that's not the dimensions. But in this Aether story, they cover 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I would not be against that. Would not be against that. Because then what that does is also... Just that be a follow with the children in the house? Well, that's the one thing. That's not a reboot. That's continuation. That's continuation of the existing story. Which isn't a reboot. In a sense, that's a... Well, actually, am I getting confused here? What's the difference between no, reboot is when... Reboot is when you do a completely different story, but what... What's one way you continue a story?
Get to safety.
I can't remember. It isn't because everything is reset. I thought reboots meant it's completely separate from the original. Or are you saying like a spin-off? Yeah, that'd be a spin-off. Are you talking about if they didn't do Blue Dead / Classified? Because that would then be a spin-off. I hate show business. I tried to get into it. I tried to understand all the terminology. It pisses me off. I know. I bet half you hadn't even heard me swear before. I'm like, yeah, that's how annoyed I am with show business. spin-off zone is in the same universe, but
Supply drop in.
by the way, if you noticed how bad I'm doing, so I'm not getting a good weapon. Same universe, but different arc? No, I can't remember the term. Google. Spin-off is kind of a reboot, but Chaos maps were fun. I'll say this now. People are going, oh, it's going to be the Queen Chaos. I don't believe that for a second. I think if that's happening, I wouldn't be surprised if Jason Blundell does some sort of Cameron Dane sort of move where he's going to somewhere where they don't listen to, like, vocal minorities, just because
Be advised, further collapse expected.
I think a lot of people are really hyped about Aether and all that, and if they were going to end it, I feel like that's more of a kick in the face, and they should have done something in the iPod's gone. Where did he go? I went in there. I don't feel like Hale's story is going to end at all. I did feel the same way about IW though, and look where that went. Main reason being is that I think Chaos has got a lot more potential than Aether. Even in a reboot, I think Aether's kind of limited, because even if it's a full-on reboot where it's not connected to the main Aether story, you do still have to, in story terms, have to go through the physical limitations of what the dimensions of physics were in the original. Unless you go for a complete reboot where it's completely separate universes slash dimensions. What I mean by that is that Dimension 1 doesn't follow the same... let me try and get a better explanation. In the current Aether story, each dimension must follow the same physics. Dimension 1 follows Dimension 2 physics, Dimension 3 follows Dimension 2 and 1s, and so on and so forth. For them to fully recreate something with the different dimensions, they must completely say, oh yeah, that Aether story didn't exist at all. Link Chaos of Aether? No, don't do that. That's stupid. Because how did 115 turn into that black stuff? And yeah, all that smoke and things. I'm trying to remember, how did you find the No. Gosh, I forget the name of the actual stuff that turns people into zombies. I know it can't be linked whatsoever. Anyway, because there's different physics already being used. Like what makes zombies is different physics.
Travel to indicated safe zone.
And this is the thing, you cannot have a separate dimension either, because you have godlike figures, and when you have godlike features, so you have God's Dr. Mochi, you got thingy, they technically rule over all the dimensions, all the physics follow the same dimensions. So Dimension 1 Richtofen will have the same physics, prima material, that's it, will follow the same as Dimension 96. So already you can't have prime material unless it was in a completely separate overall dimensions, which that means you got a multi-dimension theory, then you got a multi whatever term would be after dimensions. You got dimensions universes, which is the same thing, and then you got the next thing is whatever you call that group, dimensions or universes, and then that's just like, that takes everyone away from ever doing zombies ever again. No casual fans will get into the zombie storyline, because already you've got a bubble inside of another bubble inside of another bubble.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
And then does that mean then Zeus would be the god of the thingy world? But that must mean that mythology mustn't exist in the other worlds? Or yeah, I'm not getting into that discussion of linking the stories. If I link the stories, that just puts me off playing zombies for the story anyway. Prima materia. Yeah. And then New material was dug up, right? Oh gosh, it is like 115. Oh gosh, the looking stories. Premium materia. In the COD storyline. Long ago, we were established by ancient civilization, create wondrous empires, mining deep into the earth itself. Yeah, it was mining. Then the ninth obsession, blah de blah, and then the knowledge would, the nine's knowledge would come into visions created by eternal artifacts, blah de blah de blah. AKA what the people found after doing the Easter eggs. The other reason I'm not into the Chaos story as much, if you asked me all this stuff back in Ancient Evil and all that the other night, I'd be able to answer all these, but because I haven't played them since March? Yeah, March was last map, right? Yeah, March. I'm like 3 months out of it. And that's because there's no DLC free Chaos. If Chaos was DLC free, I'd still know all this knowledge. There's too much... The problem with this system is, and I bet you what, I bet it would have been a full Chaos season if it wasn't for the Sledgehammer Games thing in 2020 in Raven. I bet they had to go to the 2-2 system because of the Sledgehammer Games thing, and I doubt next season we'll have a season of content. Most I see we get next year is Zombies Chronicles 2. I don't see us getting any new map.
Sit rep. Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicate.
There's actually a huge link with Chaos and Infiltrates and the apology that I found out the other day, which is expecting that I don't think they should. It hit me a bit. I mean, there's a load of things that connect to stories. Assets especially. And this, you know what the biggest issue was actually in my book with casual fans? Because casual players think they're the same story. Like, they don't even know the difference. Like, my friend doesn't know the different stories. Like, completely separate. And why for that too is that the weapons are all the same in both maps. As the biggest thing. Like, I feel like if the stories are different weapons, like maybe classic weapons only in Chaos and then all the MP and Blackout weapons in the other story. I know it's a lot of weapons to make, but yeah, they could connect them with a reboot if it's a completely separate reboot. Yeah, because people don't care about Aether. The only people that don't care about Aether is the only people that don't care about Chaos is Aether fanboys who cannot let things die, essentially. The people that can't accept change and regression, essentially. Now, the downsides of Chaos in my book is just one thing, and that's the gameplay mechanics of some of the boss zombies and the catalysts. Strip all that away, boom, it's just Aether, mechanically. That's just simply it. And then we get into story. Okay, you've grown up with these people. You've grown up with Temp Civic stuff, and it's sad to go. Every change is sad to happen. But they can't exist forever. And I feel like if you just keep doing Aether and Aether and Aether and Aether, you're gonna have people just not coming to the community, which people complain, oh, this community is dying, eh. And I'm like, okay, let's do this reboot where people will get back into zombies. Like, this is garbage, I want more Ava. And it's like, and you wonder why the community is dying. You've got this complex story, which is always just going to lose people and not bring people in. The story, there's a point where the story gets too complicated and you can't do anything to keep that story alive and keep bringing in new people. Now, when the Ava reboot happens, you know first thing, casual fans are going to link the old new story, which might be completely separate to the old ones. That's what I fear with Modern Warfare as well. That people are going to somehow try and link the new Modern Warfare to the old stuff, even though it's completely separate. And that's just going to always be the issue. Is that you have got to let Ava end, or have a reboot where it's still somewhat the same, at least universe category. So it's still Dr. Montage, you know, in charge of everything, but is a different Richtofen and Dempsey not taking over. Which means you can't connect chaos, because laws of physics have already been set for the game, due to that connection. But then, I can't even try and help me. I hope he dies. No, he survived. But then, because then you can connect it still, because it's the same dimension, but you can't physically connect the stories too much. Like, Dimension 16 Richtofen might have done this. They could some fears like, oh, maybe Dimension run Richtofen from the original. Maybe that theory would still stand as a reasonable theory, whilst a full-on Ava reboot where there's no Dr. Monty and all that sort of jazz. You cannot connect them, but some people will try and connect them, but it can never happen. If you get what I mean? It's me trying to explain all this just tells you how freaking whack the story is. That there'll be one person maybe like understood everything I just said. And that's why Ava needs to end. Straight up.
Supply drop inbound.
Because I'm having to describe a multi-dimension theory. Like, there's two sets of dimension theories that I'm having to use to describe what I'm trying to just describe by if you want to link the stories. Oh, let's put it this way. Let's say it's an Ava reboot, but it's in the Chaos world. That, and it doesn't link at all to the original Ava. That could work. So you'd have the Zeus perk still and all that. And you won't have Dr. Monty and all that, but you can never link the original Ava story to that new story. But people will try and do that anyway. I tried to punch him to scare him off. I was like, I'll say this now, and there's some of the old 4 Chaos posters behind me, just so you know my bias. I'd rather see Chaos story continue than the Ava story. Having a reboot or continuing. And, like I think I said this, but I didn't get full in depth. I can see Jason Blundell doing similar to what Cameron Dane did. And that's kind of like leaving the studio due to some creative decisions, because we know that Tortured Path was never supposed to be Tortured Path. Like they cut a few things from the original story of what Cameron Dane wanted, but essentially Jason Blundell and Craig Houston created the Chaos story with what they. Why did I not do any damage to him? Did you see that? Do you know, with their own like things and ideas. Because whenever they're writing for the Aether story, they've got to write behind a whole set of things that have already happened out of their control. You could argue that, hey, a full-on Aether reboot means they can write the whole Aether story again. But they already got set characters, they've already got all that jazz. And then they've got to deal with people always trying to link the original Aether story to their new Aether story. And it's just like, why bother? You know, there'll be studios which would rather you do your full story. Let people judge after that. Because I remember, let's put it this way, if you look at the first, let's say there'll be 20 maps overall, if you look at the first fifth of your favourite film, I bet you'd go, actually that's really shit, that first fifth. Because all stories are really shit, the first fifth. You know, you don't get to the juicy parts until probably the end of the fifth. Like, we've got not Cleopatra, we've got freaking Medusa. We've got many questions now and many answers. Let's put it this way. What would you think about zombies if it was just Nacht, Varuk, and Shino Numa, and that's it? Oh, sorry, there's 4 maps, and Derice. Just from this day and age of gaming, right now, when there's games like Destiny and all that, they would not at all stand any chance against the first 4 Chaos maps in this day and age. The only reason them worked was because back in 2008, there wasn't too many games with good stories. And you just didn't really want to get... There were no like reward system. Like, yeah, rewards for Chaos stories pretty bad. I'd say that. Not really a reward system at all for the Chaos story stuff. But people didn't play to get rewarded back in 2008. Well, people do want to get rewarded this day. There's more expectations from games nowadays than there was in 2008. But in that same span, them first 4 maps do not stand anything close to the first Chaos maps. For story, for mechanics, for gameplay, for not initiative, the other word, innovation. There's much more innovation in the second, third and fourth Chaos map than there is in the first 4. So in the second, third, fourth Chaos maps compared to the first 4 Aether maps. The real reason I'm adding that first Aether map, by the way, is because that was the first zombies map. So you have to innovate the whole mode. Whereas you have to look at innovation from second, third and fourth for Chaos. Because the first one is essentially just your baseline. And I would say the baseline was 9. The Voyage to Spare, your second, would be your second, I think. Oh, was Deadly Night, you think, the first Chaos map that was developed? Are you gonna drop or stay up? It's gonna drop. Oh, it won! Sorry for the really long overrun explanation, but that just should explain to you why Aether should die. Because I have to take that long to try and explain things of how complicated the story is. Let's get off the whole Aether / Chaos stuff now. Because literally I've forgotten everything I've said. How many wins have I got now? 72? Isn't there a thing for wins? In this one? Winner 2. 75 wins. How many wins do you do overall for winner 3? I assume 150 if it's 75 for second. I assume 25 for 75. 25, 75, 150, yeah. Sounds about right. Gosh, that means Ground War wins count. Maybe I should be playing Ground War just to finish that calling card. Let's put it this way. Original Modern Warfare versus the new Modern Warfare. I cannot wait for that to come out. And you'll see what I mean if they did an Earth reboot. There'll be so many casuals and people trying to link the original Modern Warfare series to the new one. By the way, we haven't gone through the quotes of Sergei yet. What map was Sergei with? Fuck you. Wait, that? Is that what Sergei is from? Sergei. Blackout. What's Sergei? Yeah. Fuck you.
Blackout.
Is that the only mission he's in? There's only one mission. Gosh, I had a character who was only in one mission. Yet they hadn't added my boy. Train go boom. It's got a Morg. Let him have it. Oh gosh, there's people everywhere. Where was the weapons? Jesus Christ. How long was I running in there for? And didn't get a single weapon. I'm gonna go to One House Island. I'm gonna go to One House Island, connect up with my teammates, because at least I know there's a weapon down here. Why am I going so slow down? There we go, One House Island has a Morg for me. I swear Blackout has one of the worst. So, well, Alcatraz. No, Blackout's fine. Alcatraz is one of the worst like loot systems. Like you can either get too much loot in a short space, or no loot at all. You know, useful. Like anywhere around you. Oh my gosh, you're one of those people that tries to take kills everyone. This is a dick. You got no one. I'm surprised no one looted this yet. You didn't even have a weapon in.
Supply drop inbound.
Let's take that site, may as well. You don't need it for the Morg. What? Who aimed ADSs with a Morg? Oh, please, I need to do well with freaking Damon.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
There's some Sergei. Maybe my big bald head like shines like a beacon. And that's why everyone knows where I am and kills me. No camera down there. What is that noise? Like, there's always a microwave noise over there, and I can never work out what it is. I don't want to take a swab at Morg there. So you definitely killed zombies by yourself in that time. Oh my god, the alchemist set.
Get at it. You know, the murdering.
This is the one thing I don't have done. Oh my god, what do I need for this? Down 2 enemies with ray fire or acid gap? Not acid gap, the other thing.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
Hey, what's up, my guy? Joe Met 123.
Supply drop inbound.
Right, what do I need to do with this? That's turn into either Wraith or acid bomb and clean them up. Now the thing is, I don't. Is there acid bombs or Wraith fires in Alcatraz? I don't think I've ever seen them. But it's good to know that I can get the alchemist set from the. I assume you got it from the mystery box, which means I'm gonna go for mystery box a lot more now. But I need to. I don't know where you get acid gats or Wraith fires from. Do you? Like, he's a character I actually need. Him and two more I need. Mason, Reznov, and him is all I need. I'm gonna land on this care package. Oh, I don't land in the tree. Is it possible to land in the tree? Bitches. Anyway, how you doing, German 123? Oh, I forgot to fucking charm. Okay, I just wasted those heals.
Travel to indicated safe zone.
I forget what the Koshka thingy does. What does the Koshka thing do? Operator mod. Everything's going good. How about you? I'm doing good too. Did they block off this section? They blocked off that section. I just camped down there. Yeah, everything's going decently well. Not amazing. Where do you get acid? Can you get acid and things, ray fires in Alcatraz? I swear I've never seen them. I know you can get them in normal Blackout, but Alcatraz Blackout? No idea.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Where would that team be? Wait, I need to work this out. This team would be over here. People that have the acid gap stuff. Alchemist set even. I have no clue why, but yeah, I swear. Because I'm like, I've been like before, I wonder if you can get Shaw's Alchemist set in Blackout, and then I realised, oh, you can't even get the things for it there on the floor. No, come this way. Why is it going into it?
Net call. Major instability detected. Safe zone evac.
He had the alchemy set.
Yes, time to get at it. You know, the murdering.
Right. He didn't have any. Right, he didn't have any alchemy set stuff on him. I have to go about share stream. Thank you, Jerma, and I hope you have a good day. Alright. Now all I want from you is
Get to safety.
all that and all that. If you see any ray fire or acid bombs, let me know, chat. Laser sight.
Squad mates are down. It's all on you.
Boom! That is how we do it.
Exactly how we drilled it. Hotel Sierra.
7 kills. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night together here in my room. This has been copyrighted by the Venga boys, or whatever you call them. Ooh, golden cheeseburger. I just won. I won my team the game. How are you doing, my guy? Right, I need to know, can I get acid bombs and wraith fires in Alcatraz? Maybe I can only get it from the box. Yeah, there's no wraith fires. People have said that. Okay, I'm not too sure if there is. I'm God, you God, jeez. Doc's money over here. Lol, I haven't played Blackout since Feb or DLC 2. Yikes. My guy, why? The DLCs? Not DLCs, the MTX. So apparently, there's half of people saying rear fires are on the floor, and there's another half which is saying rear fires aren't on the floor. Now, I did get the Alchemist set, which makes me think they are on the floor, but there ain't a lot of them, like there is in normal Blackout. Which is disappointing, to be fair. But it's good to know the Alchemist set is in Alcatraz. That's only the second time I've ever seen it. Ever. And he's a character I need. Let me just look up Alchemist set in Alcatraz. See how that guy got it. I assume he got it from the mystery box. By killing a zombie. Right, so you get it from killing a zombie. You want DLC 3 E3? Optimistic people wanted it. I didn't believe for a second it'd happen. Don't know why people thought it would. Or gameplay would be at DLC E3. Never has a DLC 3 been released at E3. Right. Come on, give me an alchemy set and some ray fires and things. See, I'm not even trying to go for dubs anymore. I'm literally trying to get the alchemy set. Now I know it's a thing. S6. Oh, alchemy set.
Time to get at it. Unit, the murdering.
Sit rep. Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
What are my thoughts on what are my thoughts on IGN thinking the game's too real? I say it's not though, is it? No, you don't have an alchemist set on you. Do you have any heals on you, my guy? What about these acid bombs and stuff? Everyone said, oh, there's tons in cell house. I cannot see any. Why is this censored at? What's above me, innit? Damn it, keep me alive, I've got an alchemy set, keep me alive. You my team? Yeah, you are my team.
Circle collapse imminent.
Get the raise, I've got an alchemy set. I think it's good because it means it's super immersive. Yeah, I guess. What I mean by no, it's probably in there is... Did you have any acid bombs on you? I swear there's no acid bombs. Maybe I've killed these normal zombies in the cells. I forget where the zombies in cells spawn. There's one.
Net call. Supply drop in.
You didn't drop anything. If you know if there is acid bombs or ray fires anyone in chat, and if you know a good spot for them, let me know. I guess I'm gonna go this way. Oh, maybe not. Go. Wait, what the hell is that circle? Can't see any acid bombs.
Be advised, further collapse expected. Relocate to safe zone.
Hey! There's literally not acid bombs. People are lying out of their ass. There's definitely no acid bombs. Why can you get the Alchemy 7? There's definitely not a ray fire or acid bomb on freaking Alcatraz. Why can you pick up? Why can you pick up the Alchemy set in Alcatraz, but there's no acid bombs or ray fires? Like, what's the point? How you doing, Perkit? Sorry, I'm really pissed. I had the Alchemy set and there's definitely not.
Supply drop incoming.
Definitely not any acid bombs or ray fires on the map, so I don't know why you can get it. Definitely none. Avengers 4 is re-released in cinemas. Avengers 4 is which Avengers? The Endgame? Why? It literally came out however months ago, 2 months ago. May? Yeah, May. So 1 month ago. No, it came out before May. March, April. It came out April. Why are they re-releasing it? It came out in April. Seems pointless. I haven't seen the first release of Endgame. Melix said the whole thing spoiled for me and I didn't want to watch it. I wasn't in the mood to watch it because I had it spoiled. Please tell me I took the coward's way out just in time. I didn't. The idea post credit. They re-released it just for post credit scene? No. That's just being bunny hungry. Just no. Nope. Don't care. Just gonna get on DVD whenever it comes out to watch it again. Cutscenes, then extra scenes. Worthwhile for a whole nother ticket purchase. No, I'd rather just watch it on thingy. Why were the extra scenes in the original version? That's my question.
I've got.
I don't care for it. I'm gonna see it again. Why? Just get on DVD. It's probably gonna be cheaper. It's gonna be cheaper. But you just get the DVD and watch it then than it is to go to the theatre and watch it again. That's just how expensive tickets are. Especially in the UK at least. Yeah, all I need is Reznov, Wood and literally normal Shaw. They don't have time. What do you mean they didn't have time? Question mark. What tier are you in? I'm tier 205. I know, I could have completed the contraband system that's like, tickets cost £5. Yeah, DVD's like £5 as well. PS4 doesn't sound good. New films come out like £7 now. Like, you gotta remember you're buying popcorn, you're actually using petrol to get there. Unless you're walking. Then, hello, PS4? Avengers Endgame. So that's not what we took up. Why is the PS4 making noises? Can you hear that? On stream, can you hear the da 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 da?
Blackout.
Kinda? What do you mean by kinda? You can kinda hear it, or? I remember my PS4's overheating. I hear a fan. Yeah, that's my PS4 fan. My PS4 fan is really loud and then is making beeping noises, so I think it's overheating.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone.
I'm still making the beeps, by the way. I don't know if you can hear the beeps. Well, that's where it is. Clean your PS4, take the flip apart, done that. Didn't work. Still real loud. If you clean inside it, you've already warranted it? Yeah, I do have a warranty there, so it doesn't matter. I've opened it up, cleaned it out before, and fully, you know, there was no dust left in it whatsoever. Thermal paste it all up. Still didn't really do naught. Still real loud.
Drop inbound.
Is it a slim? No, it's a normal PS4. One of the very first additions to a PS4, which is probably why it's the worst performing one. That's why then, yeah, yeah. I would get a Pro, I would get a new PS4 in general, because this one's literally on its last legs. But there's no point when there's new consoles coming out in literally less than a year, well, just over a year now.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
How many kills have I got? 4. There's just no point to getting a new console. I still haven't seen an acid bomb or anything else which I need for Alcatraz set earlier. My cousin and office Sonic completely broken them. Yeah, it's PS5 next year, yeah. PS5 and Xbox One Project Scarlet next year. 2020. There's no good loot in any of these? No. Hype? Yeah. I should be able to afford it. My thing is, I don't know which one I'm going to get. I'm going to wait to see if there's any talks of exclusivity on COD 2020. And that's literally what's going to slay it for me, which one I'm gonna get. What next gen again? Just said. Just wait a few seconds for the answer. I don't mind that. You're guessing £800. I guess 600. Reason being is that no, 700 would be my prediction. I can afford both, but I'm not getting both. Mine's essentially just gonna come down if any exclusivity on COD 2020, and then from there for me is, I guess, 5. You're guessing 500. That's less than what the Xbox One X, Xbox One X was, which I doubt it would be. Well, Xbox One X was how much? $599. This is better than Xbox One X, and then you also got to remember Brexit is going to have happened. Just putting that out there. So everything's going to be way more freaking expensive. I don't. Yikes. May rest in peace. I don't know. What's Zero Dawn? Horizon Zero Dawn. Come put fingers. 755 PC for that. No, you couldn't. My PC's 2000. And that only plays games decently well. £7 you can buy a PC, but low graphics. You can probably only play Minecraft above 100 FPS. I drink money. I don't know him, but may rest in peace. Never played Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't really played a lot of. Because it was PS4 exclusive, which is why I didn't get it. Because I think at the time when it came out, when it on, I think it was when I only had an Xbox. Nope, you've won this fight. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, you definitely won this fight. It says 2 of you. Your PC was 2.7K, mine was 2.1, I think. It's got water cooling, so that's why my PC is not making any noise. All my noise comes from PS4. It's super loud. I'm actually sweating. That's how hot my PS4 is. My PS4 is that hot, it makes me sweat. And that's the only thing that's really producing heat in my room, because my PC doesn't make any heat off it. I'm surprised that no one's learned that the flamethrower is trash yet. This is my last game of the night, guys. Just need to get food. It's currently 5 o'clock. I also need to prepare for the grab coming out, because I'll be coming out probably soonish. Now I'll probably stream me using the grab as well. Not exactly straight after, but around about after it comes out. We'll just watch the rest of our team.
Dead call. Supply drop incoming.
Would you rather? Oh, by the way, just going back to the topic of which one I'll get. If there is no, if there's no, exclusivity on COD 2020, as long as there's crossplay, I'll be getting it for Project Scarlet. I'll be buying Project Scarlet. If it does not have crossplay, I'll be getting a PS5. Because I'll be buying it to play with my friends, and most of my friends on PS5s now. On PS4s now, so I assume it goes to PS5. Also, if a grav completes during the England game tonight, because England are playing Japan in the Women's World Cup, then I won't be playing it straight away. I'll be waiting until after the England game. Because support the England women's team as well as the men's. Has anyone else seen watching the Women's World Cup? PS4, Xbox One. Xbox One. For me, Xbox One. Why? Just it's much more easier to set up for streams and stuff. Recording a lot easier. Downside to Xbox One is that it's not got as good quality on output as a PS4, but for stream recording it's really easy to use. Because for example, if you're someone who just games, PS4 isn't as difficult, because I really like to watch YouTube and all that on PS4 as well. When I'm getting ready to sleep and all that, I'd normally watch it on PS4. Because I don't want to plug my Xbox One back in, it takes too long. I have to enable HTTP, then when I'm about to stream record I need to then disable that. Then I need to enable it, disable it, enable, disable. And it's like, it's a pain in the balls. PS4 normally has the most issues with Elgato as well, as noticed. But anyways, guys, oh, and also backwards compatibility on the Xbox One X and the Xbox One is a lot better, which is why I like the Xbox One over the PS. Someone's drilling next door, as in drill, not that drill. But yeah, I'm gonna end off my stream here, and I think it's a perfect time because someone's drilling next door. I don't know if you heard that. Yeah, you did hear that. I just listened to it back. But anyways, guys, they're hammering now. I'm gonna get off stream because people are starting to drill next door. If the grav comes, I'll be doing another stream later when the grav comes out. We are 7.3% away, which will make it tomorrow, I believe. We've done 6% in the last 12 hours. So yeah, tomorrow morning. So I'll be streaming the game when the grav comes out, unless it comes out when I'm asleep, or during the England women's game, or I'm just doing something. When the grav comes out exactly, I'll be doing it straight away. But anyways, guys, thank you all for coming. I've been Noobey, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.